Hey everybody, I'm Jer. Welcome back to Stock Voyager YouTube channel. All right, we are going to look at SOPA again. I've done a few videos on SOPA. I originally said that I thought that SOPA could make it to 90. It has not, and it kind of spiked up and went above 16 for a very little bit, then fell back down. It tried to go above 16 a couple of times and stay above it, but it didn't work. So now we're going to look at what next and why that didn't happen, why it didn't go to 90. So we will go to, let's look up, we're going to look at the chart. This is for the last 5 days. This is where it kind of spiked up to 1635. It had done it a few times here where it tried to get and stay above 16, but it couldn't do it. So what's happening is people are actually selling at that point, and there's not enough new buyers coming in from that spike to get it up above that 16. You want it to get up above that 16 and you want it to hold there because you want shorts to have to cover at that rate. Like you want them to cover at like above 20, which will cause a spike like I talked about in videos before, which will cause a spike, cause more people to get in because of the spike. Then you'll have more shorts get in because they're like, it's too high. And then so on and so forth. It keeps on repeating that cycle till it gets to 90. That didn't happen. So now we're kind of looking at it, trying to figure out what happens next. It kind of came off of that and fell down to 1420. And it looks like it had support here in between 14 and 15-ish. But then that support kind of gave way here. They were able to push it up just a little bit and then down. And then by the 31st, you have a lot of people getting bored with holding it and not enough people getting bored with shorting it. And so and then plus you're going into a weekend, which is a holiday weekend, but being the New Year's Eve. So you have people that at 10 o'clock at about 10 o'clock, a little bit probably before 10 o'clock actually, before opening, you see people getting bored with it and selling off because you have the weekend, you have the fact that they're bored and they don't trust that it can go back up. And so, like we had talked about in videos, it's either shorts get bored and cover or people holding the stock get bored and scared and cover. And so it looks like the shorts are winning. So now what we're looking at, it kind of dropped down. Looks like it went down to 1041. And then after hours, it spiked up to about 1060. I would expect us to stay in between 10 and 11, maybe just in the pre-market. And then let's... So after hours, you volume is really low after hours. Okay. After hours, it looks like some people might have got in just because they're like, oh, it'll spike up and do a gap fill, probably back up to like 11 something. I would say it might do a gap fill up to like 11, maybe. It's really iffy, and I'm not getting in. I'm not getting in at all because I want to wait and see if there's enough shorts to cover to make it spike, and then where it's going to like settle for the day. Is it going to spike and then come back down, or is that spike going to cause other people to get in? It's also going to kind of matter on what else is going on in the market during that time. If there's other stocks that have people's interest and what's going on with those, like what's the news that's driving them up. So that'll be a big thing. I really feel like the chances are that the run is done. Like it's going to just gradually kind of bleed down unless there's some big news for Society Pass from the company, or someone big, like with a lot of following, says, hey, let's talk about Society Pass, and then that pushes it up. Because the volume is going to be what matters. Having a large amount of volume, there's very few shares. There's 7 million. There's 63% of the shares are locked up, like I talked about in previous videos. Those shares are locked up until like April-ish timeframe. So you have until April. You don't want to get stuck holding this stock though, because the fundamentals for the stock are crap, which is what is bringing in more shorts. So this is very, very risky. So if you look at the fundamentals, revenue for the last quarter was 85,000, but they lost 8.43 million. 7,000 lost 4 million. 9,000 lost 2 million, nearly 3 million. 2,000 lost 1 million. So it's very, very risky. Like, their revenue is increasing, but so is their debt. Like, and I'm not for sure if they can do an offering or not. They might be able to, and if that happens, they will do it in the pre-market or after hours, most likely. So those are things to kind of watch. Let's look at short info. Okay, look, it's me. Okay, let's go here. Intel. Dark pool short volume, 825,000. I don't know that it's actually 0.26% of the short. The thing is, there's no shares available to short. And while this doesn't show us a borrow fee, the last time I saw a borrow fee, it was 150% for SOPA. So I imagine that's still high. I don't have the info here, like I don't have a Fintel membership. So, yeah. So the last time I saw, though, the borrow fee was like 150%. So it depends on how many shorts there are, how many shares they're able to short altogether. If this is all, then, and it's 825,000, that's not even a seventh of the shares. So, yeah. So yes, looking at this, I say, and I'm not a financial advisor, I'm just giving my opinion. I say wait it out. It might spike up some, but you don't want to get in on that spike. You want to wait and see if the spike can hold and see if there's like a support found after that spike, and then determine if you want to get in, or if it was just shorts covering. So be careful if you're going to get in. I'm not, but again, I can't hit buy for you and I can't hit sell for you. So you need to do what's right for you, off of your own thoughts on this. And yeah, it may end up turning out really great. It may not. But I'm going to stay on the sidelines and watch and wait for that spike once people cover, and what it settles at, like where it finds support. Is it going to be much lower than this, or is it going to be higher? I kind of get the idea. It looks like it's trending down. So I get the idea that it's probably going to go down a decent amount, probably. I wouldn't be surprised if we see it go to 8 went. What it would be? So $1.04 would be 10% off. It was down 28% for the 5 days. One day it was down 20%. We may not see that big of a fall off. It kind of looks like it. Well, this is after hours. I think we'll see a spike and then probably another sell off. I'm guessing probably down to 9-ish, maybe more. And then it'll find a support. And if the shorts haven't covered yet, they'll probably cover and there'll be a spike. But I don't think it's going to be enough of a spike to put it back in the green to catch people's attention. But maybe I'm wrong. Like I said, you really have got to pay attention to the fundamentals here too. And you don't want to be caught like just holding this. Like I thought that it could go to 90 if everything played out like I thought it would. And it hasn't played out like I thought it would, because it looks like people who are holding are getting bored. So anything is possible here. It's very risky. Very risky. It's very risky to short. It's also very risky to get in. Probably more risky to get in, I would think, right now, in my opinion. Okay. Hopefully this helps somebody. If you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe. I try to do videos every day. I don't know if I'll do any more videos on SOPA. We'll see what happens with SOPA, and I may do more videos on it. But if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe. And that's all I got. I hope you have a wonderful, profitable green day, and I will see you all very soon. Okay, bye. Mwah.